42, everybody, and money matters are front and center for so many New Yorkers. You can blame inflation and the cost of living in the city for making it top and center of everybody's mind.
Yeah, our next guest is going to help us stretch our mindset about money. Her book, $1 Million Action, walks us through specific steps that you can take every day to improve your financial status. Rachel Rodgers is an attorney and business coach who's helping people, especially women, build wealth. And she's joining us this morning to share her financial tips. So get ready, get those notes out, grab that pencil.
Let's do it.
Rachel, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Because listen, living here in New York, ooh, it is a struggle. I mean, paying for rent, food, transportation. It's like having one job isn't enough to cover all the costs.
That is true for most people. I'm shocked to see how many people are entrepreneurs and they have corporate jobs. So they're doing both. So a lot of people have side hustles now.
Yeah, so that's the way to go?
Yes, definitely. I think, you know, if we're going to make ends meet and we want to have extra money, not just for the necessities, but we also want to enjoy life as well. So many of my clients have side hustles, and they're things that don't take a ton of time. And that's what's covered in this book too, how to build a side hustle that makes you a lot of extra money in as minimal time as possible. It's about efficiency.
Okay, that is very important, right? Because that time is a commodity that it's a luxury that so many of us want.
Yeah.
But let's talk about changing your attitude and mindset around money, right?
Yes. So it starts with, what am I thinking about money? So many of us grow up, if you're like me, I grew up low income. So you're thinking like, I'm not good with money. Making money is hard. We have these underlying beliefs about money being really challenging. And so it's really important for us to start to evaluate, where did I get those thoughts from? What were my parents doing? What were they saying about money when I was growing up? And write them down. And one of the exercises in the books helps you to identify, what are the stories I'm telling myself that I'm just playing in my head all the time and I don't even notice? And how can I change those stories and make them $1 million stories instead that actually propel me forward? So instead of, I'm not good with money, it's, I'm not good with money yet. I'm learning how to be better with money. It's just a learned skill. You're not born with it, you know?
Right.
And you say there are 7 daily steps that we can take.
Yes. So I'll tell you some of my favorites, the top 3. 1, do a money generating activity every single day. If you want more money, you got to act towards more money, right? And so that may mean pitching yourself, asking for a raise, right? Starting a side hustle, asking someone to hire you for a speaking gig, or asking someone to hire you for a tutoring gig, right? So it's like, what are we doing towards making more money every single day? So that's one of the steps. And then the other thing is, it's all mind body, right? So movement every day. Moving every day puts you in the right mindset so that you are like, okay, I'm ready to attack my day. That's how you get more time, where you act more efficiently. So that's one of the things that I highly encourage people to do. And then $1 million boundaries, so incredibly important for women, because, you know, how are we allowing other people to take up all of our time that doesn't allow us to make enough money, right? It's like, I'm doing this for everybody, I'm doing this, I'm doing my mother's taxes, I'm like watching the kids, I'm doing all the things. And how can you reclaim some of that time so you can focus on money generating activities?
How are you
instead?
holding on to the money that you're making, say, from your side hustle, right? Because a lot of folks are doing that side hustle because they still got a bill to pay.
Exactly.
And so you're in that cycle, that hamster wheel of not being able to sock some away for the savings.
Yes, and that's why entrepreneurship is such an incredible path for increasing your income, because you get to take the whole thing, right? Not just a piece of it. And so if you have a client and you do a service for them for $1,000, that whole $1,000 is yours. So maybe you would take at least 20% and invest it, is what I would encourage people to do. And then take the other 80 if you have to live off of and enjoy your life. But always have a plan towards putting money away for the future. And that's why we have to earn more. Sometimes the solution is not, how are we cutting up our paycheck? It's really about, how can we put more money in our pockets in the first place?
Right.
So all these things you're throwing at us right now, it's like I'm already, like, all the gears in my head are going, and it just, by the time I think of it, I'll think of something else and then I'll forget. So you're really a proponent of vision boards.
Yes, yes. So there's an exercise in the book called $1 Million Vision, and it's all about, what do you actually want? Because a lot of us say, I want to live like a millionaire, but what does that mean to you? I just wanted to pay for extracurriculars for my kids and like help my mom out, right? And like maybe have a nicer house, and maybe that cost me $3,000 more a month. Okay, so what can I do? How can I brainstorm to come up with ways that I can earn $3,000 more per month? So it's really about making it custom to you. Don't think you have to make all this money because everybody else wants to. Make the money that makes sense for what you are trying to do for yourself.
Okay.
And it's amazing. I've done this exercise from when I was making $60,000 a year, and now I'm a multimillionaire. So that, it works.
Okay.
Did you hear?
I'm sorry. I'm just quickly flipping through these pages here.
He's like, how do we
Multi-millions.
get to the end?
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. So here's the thing. This jumped out. A hot money date with yourself. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been on a hot date. So how about a hot money date?
Yes, a hot money date. It's about focusing on your money. So every Friday, schedule it on your calendar, or Saturday, whatever day works for you. Grab your coffee or your favorite beverage, and you're going to look at your money. What do I have in my 401k, right? What's in my bank account right now? You're going to take stock
And then cry. No.
Exactly. You take stock of what are my opportunities to make more money? What skills do I have? What experience do I have? What is my network, right? And you take stock of your whole financial picture, not just what you have, but also what do you have within you that could help you make more money? What skills do you have that could help you? And then you create a plan, and you do that every single week.
You know what your first job should be?
What?
Making Olivia get potty trained so you don't have to pay for diapers.
Right. That's the first
There you go.
expensive.
That'll save you some money.
Right?
This is gonna be me, like Saturday morning. My coffee and the book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rachel, thank you so much. I'm so excited to read through this.
Thank
Good
you
stuff.
for
Because
having
Mama
me.
needs some money.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you. All right.
Just I don't mean to ask you a personal question, but for folks at home saying, okay, she did it, so I want to do it.
Yes.
How long did it take to go from that 60K to the multi-million?
It took a couple of years,
Yeah,
but not
patience.
Couple of years.
less than
only?
7.
Wow.
Yes. So it's like if you do it and you're consistent in how you're showing up, it's amazing. I have a client who has a side hustle that makes $1 million a year in her side hustle.
What's the side hustle?
It's consulting services.
Taking it, writing it down. I'm just writing. I need a pen.
You're the best, Rachel.
Yeah.
Let's do dinner, Rachel. On us. Let's chat. Let's chat. All right. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank
really
you
a
for having me.
wealth of information.
Yeah. $1 Million Action available wherever books are sold. Get yourself a copy. And
I'm
get
holding
yourself
on
a
to
pen.
mine.
I know.
Sorry.